Hey friends, we're gonna do a quick reaction video to Jason Blaha's video, my friends. Yes, it's T and I'm back. We're gonna do whatever on the gym lifting, recruiting lifting slave himself, TRT slave, whatever gear slave, you know who, Jason Blaha. I'm gonna do a reaction video to his video. Jason Blaha says, when people with no back tell me I perform pull-ups incorrectly. Nobody has any back, so it's okay. Don't worry. You're not hurting. He has no back.
I always find it fascinating when people tell me that I am doing pull-ups or rows or whatever exercise it is that I do for my back incorrectly. And for me, the reason I think that is common.
Oh no, he's doing these. Everything is. There's no such thing as incorrect. He's doing everything correctly. He's lifting, but and he's also doing. Like I said, he's doing everything correctly. He's lifting on a daily basis and trying to get an inflammatory response in his muscles. They're inflaming. Plus, he's eating food that is going to inflame his muscles and his cells. They're going to inflame every cell in his body, the fake food that he's eating. The coffee, the rice with arsenic in it. You know, arsenic is a poison. What does it do? Inflame cells in your body. Well, what are these cells? Muscle cells. Muscle, skin cells, everything. It's all inflamed. So he's really just inducing an inflammatory response on a daily basis because he's adapted. Trained muscles are not associated with muscle damage. That's why it's a unique feature. That's why untrained muscles, a unique feature of untrained muscles is they get stiff and sore the next day due to what? Muscle damage. Now, what's a unique feature of trained muscles? Well, I'll tell you, they get an inflammatory response on a daily basis when you lift weights. People that work in jobs are totally just inflaming their bodies. Ask them. When they have to walk around a lot on their job, do stuff, they wear special shoes. Why? They come home, they have inflammation in their legs, their feet. Their feet are so inflamed and their legs and everything from walking all day on the job, doing crazy things. That is an inflammatory response. And when you get inflammation, when you keep inflaming your body, that's associated with what? Shortgevity. That shortens your telomeres and that shortens your lifespan. Accelerated aging. You're deteriorating faster than you're aging. Get it? Yeah. So that's what he promotes. He promotes deteriorating faster than you're aging, accelerated aging, and inflaming your muscles and eating and a fake diet that also inflames you. So 2 in 1. He's inflaming it with the food that he's eating. He's got an inflammatory response. And he's inflaming it by lifting these weights. Plus, he's taking TRT or steroids from his doctor, like he says. And that is toxic as well. So when that toxicity comes into your body, that also causes an inflammatory response. So he's basically a walking inflammatory dude. You understand me? With kyphosis in his back, because he has a curved spine, back sticks out kyphosis.
Is because obviously my back and then my calves are usually my best muscle group.
Yes, if that's the goal, then he's accomplished it and everybody else out there is accomplishing it with him. Let's go and inflame our muscles every day on a daily basis, broski. Let's go to the gym. That's why I'm not a lifting slave. That's why people hate me. I don't lift. I only ever lift if I'm going to regenerate muscle. If it's unaccustomed or I'm untrained coming in or something, that's the only time I'm doing it. I ain't going in there to be a lifting slave like this dude to maintain an inflammatory response. And I don't need to do that because I actually built muscles years ago, damaging, repairing, and remodeling them. And I walk around like a bodybuilder all the time. No matter how much weight I lose and everything, I still always look like a bodybuilder, big. And I don't really care. And I don't walk around with inflamed muscles, pretending I have muscles because I went there to create an inflammatory response. And then I want to inflame it more by eating pizza after my workout and watermelon like Kelly Muscle and all the rest of these weird guys and drinking Coca-Cola all day, okay? And tofu and whatever else this guy's eating there and rice with arsenic in it and nuts with cyanide in it.
And what's fascinating for me also is not only is more of the research coming out saying, hey, actually the way I perform pull-ups is fantastic for lats, but the thing is, what I do on my pull-ups, I actually...
Why is he doing this every day? To inflame, it's kind of obvious, to inflame his muscles every day. He's not building any muscles. This doesn't build muscles. I'm sorry. Pulling yourself up doesn't build any muscles. And again, muscles have a domain limit. They're not privy like fat cells. They're not privy. They don't keep getting bigger exponentially, or glycogen loading in your muscle. They're not controlled. The follistatin, myostatin doesn't control those things. They control the myonuclear domain limit.
Actually feel the most in my lats, and I think what people need to think about when it comes to some of these muscle groups is the mind-muscle connection and what we feel and what we know works. And people will say, well, Jason, you've tended to have a good back always. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But it has gotten better and better and better over the years. And people have to admit that. It has gotten wider, it's gotten thicker. The longer...
This smartwatch is way more than your average wrist.
The longer that I've done this...
No, it hasn't. It hasn't gotten anything. It's just getting inflamed. It looks exactly the same. Inflamed muscles walking around.
But I want to make a point here when it comes to understanding anatomy versus just listening to other.
You build up a relative amount of experience as you go through the lifting world, and you understand how all these things work and why they're doing what they're doing. Why do they tell you, why do they do studies and tell you that a unique feature of untrained muscles is they get stiff and sore the next day due to muscle damage? Listen to the word muscle damage. But everybody says, I'm going to the gym to damage muscles so I can grow them bigger and stronger. Okay. But a unique feature of untrained muscles is they get damaged. Okay, but they're going into the gym every day now. Okay, what's a unique feature of going into the gym every day? Are you getting damaged every day? It doesn't say that trained muscles get damaged. They also say unaccustomed or unfamiliar forms get damaged. Where does it say anywhere in PubMed or NCBI that a trained muscle gets damaged? Where? What? Link, please show me. Send me a link. Somebody out there. People that are training every day in the gym, going in there 5 days a week or every other day or double days or whatever the hell they're doing there, coming in often to a gym. If you're coming in often into a gym, show me where it says that. Show me where it says that muscles build coming to a gym every day too.
People say, well, this is how you should perform an exercise while putting no thought into it. They put no thought.
I know food builds muscles. I can tell you it's transient. You're building hypertrophy. It's transient. You're getting you're hypertrophying the muscles. You know how? By inflaming them like this guy on a daily basis with your inflammatory fake diets and lifting in the gym daily.
Into it at all. They don't think about people's individual physiology, and they certainly aren't thinking about what's happening at.
I wouldn't doubt he's using cosmetics because he's already admitted to it. He's taking steroids to lower this body fat. Okay, he's doing it. It's artificial. He's lowering the triglyceride artificially, taking drugs and eating a fake diet. And this is not going to work for you. This is not going to work for you if you don't do what he's doing. Hello.
The muscular level. And I get that for me.
Are you taking cosmetics? No.
People pull-ups are all about getting their chin up over the bar. That is how they believe you're supposed to form a pull-up. And
No. You want to do pull-ups? You can just step up on a step ladder and do the eccentric without the concentric. Step up on the ladder. Anybody could do eccentrics without concentrics. You understand me? Because they require more energy, so they tire you out. So, for example, if I just want to do eccentrics, then I climb up on a step ladder and I lower my body. Step up, lower my body. And I can do it with heavy, very heavy weight. Here's the thing. You'll be able to put more heavy weight wrapped around your if that's what you want to do, okay? Wrapped around your waist and doing the eccentric than you would be able to do the concentric. It would wear you out. That way you get stronger on the movement. You want to get stronger on this apparatus. It's really simple. A lot of weight around your waist like you would normally do, like these lifting slaves. And that's just focus on the eccentric and not the concentric, because it'll wear you out. It'll tire you out. You won't be able to do anymore. Some people with a heavy weight, they can only do one, maybe two. You understand me? But on the eccentric, you can do multiples. And now you're moving in a different dimension for muscle damage. Get it? You understand me, man? So yeah, because you got to do a lot of eccentrics to damage that muscle. Now, like I said, some people step up on a ladder and they jump. They do jumping things off a ladder. You can jump onto the ground. You don't have to jump up. Just jump down. Climb the ladder, jump down. Climb the ladder, jump down. that is going to give you a lot of eccentrics in your legs. That's going to be associated with micro tears, micro injuries, a whole bunch of stuff, bro. It's going to make your legs stronger and better, and you'll be able to jump further, faster after, because you're building natural, real physical, natural strength. Yeah.
And if you're doing some sort of competition for pull-ups and they require that, then by all means. Now, in my case, I can't do that physically, particularly not with a wide grip. I can do it with a chin-up. I can't do it on a pull-up. And it's not, oh, well, you need to use less weight. You guys have seen me do 22 body weight pull-ups.
Wow, we only went through like a minute of this. This is crazy. What is taking so long for this video? It's just weird.
Before, and I still can't do it, so there's that to consider. But then they're not thinking about, well, what's actually working the muscles? Okay, what's working the muscles? And I have always had a really good mind muscle connection with my lats. My lats are one of those muscles that I'm able to engage no matter what I do. I feel my lats on the deadlift. Okay, I want to be clear. I feel the lats on the deadlift more than some of the primary movers.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
That they are a muscle that I'm able to very, very easily personally engage. And when we have muscles that we can activate and engage very easily, it also means that we notice nuance a little more when it comes to these movements. And one of the things that I can tell you is that when I do things like chin-ups, if I focus on trying to get my chin up over the bar when I do those, I don't feel as much lat. I personally, when I get near the top, I feel my lats almost turn off. They're just like, yeah, we're done. There's no need for us to do any more work. Let's just use the bicep. Let's use shoulders to get that last few inches. And for me, it's not really a lat exercise at that point. Okay? Whereas when I do the wide grip pull-ups, I personally experience a very large amount of lat activation. My lats almost cramp when I do this movement, right? And if you'll get people who say it's quarter reps or half reps, but it isn't. It's like an 80 to 90% rep, honestly. Because again, I can't actually touch my chest to the bar and look at the distance I'm moving. So it's more than a half rep, and that's objectively speaking. But think about what you see here. Number one, most people on a wide grip, notice how wide I'm gripping it. Most people can't actually touch their chest to the bar on that, even with a lat pull down, okay, without laying way back and rotating the shoulders in a weird way. But when I kind of pack my shoulders the way that I do, such that I'm not trying to rotate my shoulders up over it, and I'm purely letting my scapula spread apart and then squeeze together, notice that my scapula squeezed together at the top.
Oh, brother, man, this is really boring. He's making up stuff. He's just inflaming. He's just making up stuff. Look at my scapula. Look at what I'm doing here. I'm just accelerated aging and inflaming the muscles repeatedly on a daily basis because I don't know. I don't understand the difference about why do muscles recruit motor units now all of a sudden, and they recruit androgen receptors? Why aren't my muscles growing anymore? Why am I not getting bigger, but I'm getting a stronger lift? Why am I getting better at lifting? You know what I mean? Like all these weird things that are going on. Why am I getting inflammation from lifting this on a daily basis? I'm trained. Man, oh, brother.
Okay, there's not again my elbow position.
Yes,
Scapular
elbow position.
Retraction and protraction. Okay?
Retraction and protraction. Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes.
Those only powerlifting. I still do these exercises.
Yes. Yes.
And most people with a wide grip pull-up cannot touch their chest. They can't do it.
And why do they have to touch their chest on a wide pull-up? Why? They can't do it. They can't do it. Are we performing now? Are we performing, or are we trying to damage muscles so we can regrow them bigger and stronger so that we can touch the top of the bar, Blaha? Most people can't touch the bar. Maybe they don't lift. Maybe they don't lift, dude. Did you ever think about that? Not everybody lifts, okay?
The majority of people can't.
Yeah, the majority of people, yes. The majority of people are out there working and paying your taxes for you, okay?
That stretch at the bottom, which we're getting.
That stretch is not going to do anything for you. You understand me? You're stretching a muscle. People stretch all the time. I see people in parks stretching. They're stretching all the time, okay, Blaha? You're not doing anything. It's resilient from any damage. It's protected. It's in type 1. You're a type 1 endurance athlete right now, lifting all the time in the gym. That's why it's in type 1. You're an endurance athlete. Endurance doesn't work for damaging muscles. You can't be an endurance athlete. Jesus, man. The people, they don't understand this. It's oxidative, bro. Get it? It's great for long distance. You understand me? But when it comes to muscle damage, it can't be that. You can't be an endurance athlete coming in daily in the gym. These things, they just don't work. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So again, well, you just have a great back because of a bunch of gear or genetics, but I don't.
No, yeah, you're taking gear and you're eating carbohydrates. That is blowing up your back, and that can be toxic too. Holding a lot of glycogen in your muscle, that's toxic. And you're eating toxic food. Your food is toxic, so it's causing an inflammatory response, and you're trained, so you're inflaming your muscles. That's what you're getting.
I find the ways to do the movements that really hammer my life.
Hold on. So I missed that part.
Right? And people can't claim, well, you just have a great back because of a bunch of gear or genetics, but I don't have other muscles that go with that. My bike.
Why does he have to say he has a great back? If he had a great back, then it would reflect in the viewership. It would reflect that he has a great back. I don't have a great anything because I'm not a gym lifting slave or a bodybuilder, bro. I don't have anything great. I look okay, but I could look better if I was to put more effort into it. But that's not my goal. The thing is, for him, I look fine for my age, and I look good the way I am, and my age and everything, my genetics and everything. I'm not trying to be the best guy out there, but I'm trying to change something new. And I'm doing something new all the time. But him, no, nothing's going on here. Nothing's going to change.
Concepts don't match. So clearly that's not.
No.
But you have the people who really and truly have no experience and no idea what they're talking about, who will come in.
I have a lot of experience and I know what I'm talking about, but Blaha doesn't. I'll see you in the next one. Don't you think about that, like, subscribe, support the channel. See you next video. It's just going way too long.